Alright guys, welcome to episode 3 of this Evil Dead review series. This is 1992's The Army of Darkness. So yeah, this is the third chapter in the Evil Dead trilogy, the original one. And it's definitely a lot more different than the last two films, as we are back in time. Ash Williams is basically full form now. This film really goes full force with the comedy. So he's back in time and he has to go retrieve the Necronomicon to get sent back to his normal time. And in doing so, he once again releases demons and the Army of Darkness that he has to confront and defeat. Number one, I really wish I had seen this film when I was younger, as a kid, like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. I would have loved this movie. This movie would have been one of my favorite films ever made, because it's a perfect introduction for young horror fans into the horror genre. It really is. Kids who love spooky stuff will love this kind of movie, because it's just a lot of fun, a lot of cool Halloween-esque imagery, nothing truly intense, and it's a lot of fun. It's funny. And you maybe got a lot of humor that kids would laugh at. Adults would laugh at too, but I think it's the slapstick humor kids would find to be more funny. I didn't always find it that funny. There were some really good moments that I laughed at, but other times I think they went a little too far with the campy hokiness of it. Especially one scene that sticks out, that has always stuck out, is after he goes to the graveyard and he pretends to say the name or the words to release the book, which I thought was funny because he forgot him. I would have forgot him too. And he coughs his way through it and he starts walking out, and these skeleton hands come out and they pull him down, and he's stuck on the ground, and they start to like poke his eyes, poke his ears, pull on his nose, pull on his ears, and that entire sequence was literally too far for me. And I'm like, okay, enough. But the birth of Evil Ash, I thought, was awesome. And the whole bunch of little ashes attacking them with nails and tying them down. That entire scene in the windmill was a lot of fun. But it gave birth to Evil Ash. That character is iconic in its own right. That entire scene was so much fun. And when the Army of Darkness rises and Evil Ash takes leadership over him, and that entire scene was awesome. I think the stop motion effects and the effects of all the skeletons coming back to life and walking toward the castle is just really cool imagery, like I said before, that would appeal to a child, that a child would think that's just awesome looking. My big issue with this film is there's not a lot of gore in this movie. For an Evil Dead movie, I don't know what happened to it. There was like a blood spout early on in the movie when they got captured, when they got thrown into that one pit. And it's just, that was it. And even that fight scene came off as cheesy. They threw him down there, he's doing some flips and all that, and the one Deadeye came up to him and just started punching him in the face, and I'm like, okay, alright. Like, there was moments like that brought down the film, and then there was other high moments that elevated the film. The entire fight at the end that ensues is definitely a lot of fun. I dig it. I think that's a really good climax and ending to the film. I did not like the girl who gets captured and turned into a Deadite. She's like, I feel good, but I am very bad, or whatever she says. Like, that was such a bad line. I didn't even like the way she looked with her hair blown back, 80s style. I'm good. I know I'm crapping on this film a lot, but it's actually a really entertaining film, and I really dig it. Like I said, there's not a bad film in this entire franchise, and this film is definitely not a bad movie. I just think that it's got some weak moments, but it's elevated by high moments. So I think the epic battle is good. The final fight between Ash and Evil Ash is great. Mostly, the special effects are all done pretty well for the most part and hold up. I think the story is a lot of fun, that Ash just wants to get back to his time, and he's selfish. He doesn't want to help this castle and these people, and he has to come to that realization that he does need to help them and all that. So it's a good little arc for Ash, for him. And that he carries on into the Evil Dead franchise, because he needs to do for other people, and he ends up trying to save other people as well. The side characters are a lot more distinct in this film, so I dig them. I think this film is just a good movie. It just has those over-the-top campy moments of people doing backflips, Deadites doing flips, and like at the very end, when he gets back into the S-Mart, the one Deadite jumps on a trampoline and does a flip. It's like, Like, stuff like that is what brings down this film. Everything else is great. Even that ending, "Hail to the King, baby," is awesome. It's funny, it's good, it fits right into his character. So I really dig that. But my question is to you, what do you prefer? That ending or the original ending in which he gets sent back in time and the world is already destroyed? It's the apocalypse. That's a pretty morbid and dark ending. I think I like the cheesy ending because I like that Ash vs. the Evil Dead carries on with it. But I think if there was no Ash vs. the Evil Dead, I think I would have liked the apocalyptic ending a little more. Let's give this film a rating. It's a B. It's a solid B. This Army of Darkness is a solid B. I enjoyed it. It's a good time. It's not my favorite of the Evil Dead movies, but it's definitely not the worst, and it's definitely not a bad movie. It's just got some moments that went a little too far with the hokey, hammy comedy, but it was fun. It was over the top, Mad Maxy, Halloween Town-esque. So I really liked it. If you want to get your child into horror, this is a good movie to show them. They don't really need to know much else about the franchise. But yeah, so that is Army of Darkness. If you liked what you see and want to see more, subscribe, give it a like, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Sure, I could have stayed in the past. Could have even been king. But in my own way, I am king. Hail to the king, baby.